Hello and welcome back to ARK. Now, when we left off, we were, I don't know, just doing regular park stuff, me and Win, and giving you guys an update on what we've done. Now, since then, we haven't really done too much. Like, both of us haven't had much time to get online. So I haven't done too much in the way of building around the park. But I did add a few changes. I'll just move these two back. It seems like what's happening now, we've got this wall that goes mostly around the park. It's open right here, and it's open, of course, right over here where all the dinosaurs are. Now, what I've noticed is that what happens is, hold on, set my gamma down, and also do the R dot bloom quality 0. Oh, finally I can see straight. Okay. What I found is happening is that the Smilodons, the saber-toothed cats, what they'll do is they'll come down along this path here where I'm standing. They'll come along the beach, and I guess they'll smell or see the dinosaurs or whatever, and they'll come around, they'll run around the wall and start attacking things right around here, right where I'm now standing. So Romeo and Juliet there always come to the attack, and so does my Beelzebub, who doesn't have a name. I should really name it. Maybe I'll let you guys name it. You in the comments, you guys can name the Beelzebub. Hi, little guy. You can see that I was playing around with dye. Let's get rid of the interface. You can see that I was playing around with dye for the first time ever, basically. And I dyed his face kind of like a battle red, battle paint. It's very difficult to paint things, though, I found, in my opinion. It's not as accurate as I would love it to be, although it's more accurate than I expected it to be, if that makes any sense. I just had a question, though. I can apply purple to this paintbrush. I wanted to see kind of what happens if I try to paint a purple frog purple. So let's just attack him like that. Let's take his leg here now. And just kind of try to... Oh, look at that. It turns it almost like a darker purple. I don't know what the point of that would be, really. Kind of like... Whoops! Oh, no! Please tell me I saved the other paint. No, I didn't. I hate... Okay. This is something that I hate. Is that if he had paint on, and I go back into this interface, if I hit erase, not only does it erase what I just did, but it erases every bit of paint that I just did on him. So you really do have to hit the save button. Maybe I'll do it in purple this time, just to save time. Like so. So just like that. And you guys can see kind of how the painting system works here. It's accurate, but not that accurate. So it's very hard to tell, I think, because the models themselves aren't that symmetrical. It's a little bit hard to tell what you're painting and how it's going to look when you've painted it. See, that looks pretty good to me. Yeah, he's got a little bit of overspray here. See if I can get rid of just that. So it tells you here, Control plus right click to erase. Yeah, see, I can do that. I can just erase just a little bit there. Kind of fine tuning it here. There we go. Oh, you see, for some reason suddenly it started erasing up here. See, I'm clicking up here and I'm applying paint here, and it's applying paint all the way across, which is a little bit annoying, but it does save time in other places. So there we go. We got a purple nose on him, and I'm going to save this as frog nose set. Now when I go to load, I can actually load up frog nose. So that'll help. How does he look? Looks pretty good. Just brighter color now. I'm sure he appreciates it. I've been leveling up this guy's movement speed still. He is the fastest land creature. I'm positive of that. When he jumps, it's faster than any sprinting. Like sprinting can be quick, but like this is fast sprinting, but as soon as you start to fly, look at how fast he travels across the land. Plus, walls aren't gonna stop him. He's just so fast. Definitely the fastest land creature, and I'm really happy about him. So if I go up here, you can see that my giant chicken... Let me get off this guy. My giant chicken was also painted, and I'm absolutely in love with what I've done to him. What can I say? I'm prideful of it. I really like the way that he looks. Now look at this. When you expand his wings, he's got these cool stripes on it and stuff. And now that I'm thinking about it, let's just land here a bit. And I'm going to whip him with the paintbrush again. And I'm just going to save this one too. So let's call this chicken purple. Okay? Because I don't think... Well, I had one, but I don't know what that was saved there. It seems to be the same, because that's all it says. I don't know. Let's just close. It's better if I name them something other than ASD. But look at how he looks now. So he doesn't have a red crest on his head anymore. Can I show you guys up close? He doesn't have a red crest on his head anymore. I painted it all purple because I love the color purple. It's really, I don't know. It's so regal and I don't know. It's my favorite color. I'll be honest. Purple's always been my favorite color since the Donatello days, and painting this guy in this way is, I think, pretty epic. Like it's the best, most simplest color scheme I can think of, and it works. So I tried painting other things. I tried painting this boat as much as I could. Unfortunately, you can see that it's a little bit blackened. I tried black paint, and maybe that's the problem. It's a little bit tinted there. You can barely see it. If you know what you're looking for, you can see the difference. Painted the back all black here. And if I climb up the ladders, I've now added these benches as kind of just a big spoiler wing fence railing thing. And I painted them black too, but that's not a very good color of black, is it? It's more of a tinting than anything else. So clearly some colors cover better than others, and especially on wood it doesn't cover very well. For things like this boat itself, if I crouch down and hit it, you can see here that it gives you an interface just like you would have with your dinosaurs. I'm just going to save this as black so I can set it. If I go like this, see how it changed everything? Just a tinge of purple. And I don't really know why. I mean, I saw Code's boat a long time ago, and it looked very green when he had painted it green. So I'm not sure if it's just the paint I'm using or if they've changed things. I'm not sure. Also, everybody wants to know if you can paint on the sail, and you can, but it's very light colored. So you can just make that out. If you wanted it to be darker, you'd have to probably apply a lot more paint. And look at this, just a line like that, it's used up like my entire paintbrush. So not really worth it, unfortunately. Let me just erase. There we go. You could maybe work hard enough and draw something with the paintbrush, but you would have to use several paintbrushes and have lots of dye on hand. And I'm not that much of an artist, so I don't think that I'll be doing anything. And I tried it with the black, same as I did here, and it came up. You could not even see it on the sail. So I don't know. They do have new dye recipes, like, since the game came out. There are lots of dye recipes now, and they do have things like slate colors and metallic colors, silver, I think, and I'm trying to remember. But they've got like a slate color. It's almost a black, and I'm wondering if that would cover better than the black paint would. I'm not sure why it would, but you never know. So, the other thing I want to talk about is that they are coming out with an update today. Not when I've recorded this. It's actually coming out in about an hour from now. And the update will actually introduce a couple things. The biggest one being dinosaur breeding. Dinosaur breeding's coming out, which is a huge thing to a lot of people. I want this right now. Let's go Beelzebufo. Okay. I'm just gonna make him follow. Alright. So what do I need here? I need wood and thatch. Okay. So dinosaur breeding's coming out, and everybody on this server is basically really excited about it. Like, super excited that breeding is coming out, that it's a thing. Me, I don't know. I don't know if that's really something that I'll be interested in personally. I do see the benefits of it. So the way that it works, if you aren't in the know, if you haven't read the update, or if you just don't play the game, you don't even watch it, whatever, I'll tell you. So breeding kind of works in a very similar way to Pokemon. And it's weird that I'm using Pokemon to relate it to ARK, but that's the best way to describe it. Because most people have played Pokemon and have experienced the breeding system in Pokemon. So they're aware of what to look at. Oops. There we go. What do I need now? Thatch only. I'll get it in like the next swing. There we go. I'm making a bunch of walls because I actually want to make an enclosure for the dinosaur breeding. So like I was saying, it's kind of like Pokemon. Although that's a rather funny comparison, it's pretty accurate. The way that it works is you breed two dinosaurs that you've leveled up, or that are naturally statted a certain way. So let's say I get... Well, let's use the real world example. Okay? My Beelzebufo can actually level up, and I'm going to... I've leveled up his movement speed a lot. But lately I've been doing his stamina as well because I think that it really falls short. So I've been leveling it up, and it levels up pretty quick. Like 20 points, so that's not bad. Anyway. Boing. Alright. Yeah, because I want to be able to... Every time he jumps, look at his stamina. It goes down. Oh, actually it's going up as I'm going, but... It goes down, his stamina goes down pretty quick when I'm running around like this. And it takes a long time to go back up. Ah! It just shot right back up. Maybe I fixed all the problems he had with stamina. Because it seems pretty good now. I don't want to go into the water just in case piranhas are there. I actually dealt with a couple piranha in the water the other day. And they were really lethal to me. Like, they almost killed me. It was crazy. I'm not seeing any right now. Perhaps that Carbonemus destroyed them. I don't know. Alright. So, I've been trying to explain breeding, and then I got distracted several times. So let's go here. Let's look at these guys' stats right here. Romeo and Juliet. So I look at Romeo and Juliet, and Romeo, he's got movement speed of 126. That's pretty good. His other stat, he's got health of 254, melee damage of 246. So I go here. Oh, and look at this. We got an egg, but this won't fertilize, and I'll tell you why in a second. So we look here, and the melee damage is much higher on Juliet, and movement speed is lower. So they will have an egg, say like this. Yeah, this will not. Oops. This will not fertilize. Just confirming that. So what would happen is, oops, I ate it. Hopefully that doesn't happen with your fertilized egg, but what would happen is the baby would take the stats of the parents, and it's like a 70% chance that it'll get the best stats of a parent. So you could have, say Juliet is really good on melee damage and Romeo is really good on speed. The baby might be good at both speed and melee damage from birth. Like that's a genuine possibility. So that's why I say it's like Pokemon, because in Pokemon, the bred Pokemon usually have the better stats of the parents. Like that's, or even if you look at like Chocobo breeding, or you look at even the breeding of horses in Minecraft, like whatever breeding system you want to compare it to, it's very similar, where the baby takes the better traits of the parents, or at least there's a very high chance that it will. So the way that you do it, like that egg right there was not fertilized, and why not? Because there they are, they're together, they're mate boosted. What's the problem? Well, the deal is that they have to be set to wandering. And that's why I built, or started to build these walls here. Because I want to be able to build a pen for them to wander in. If I set them to wandering now, they would run out of this enclosure and be gone for a long time. I do have this little area here that I could start using. This was where I tamed a raptor. But I was actually thinking of why not using the space that we've got. Start filling the walls with what we've got. So I was going to make the taming pen like right in this corner, right where I'm standing. So I'm actually thinking right now, this second, if I'm going to be building a taming pen, I might as well just demolish this stuff and get half the resources back. And start building up the resources inside of our enclosure. Oops! Do walls first. I should always do walls first. My bad. The other thing that they're introducing in about an hour from now is... Uh-oh, now I can't walk. Let's see here what I can get rid of here. Nothing. Like, I need it all. I need everything. I need to just drop this wood for a second. And I need to go and build some wooden foundations quick. Wooden foundation. I can only build the one? Really? Let's grab this. Build another. Build another. As long as I keep building, then I won't be encumbered here. Alright. Come on, Beelzebub. Wee. Alright. So now to lay down some of this stuff. I only have the 3 foundations, though. Oops. Let's start building it right. Right. I don't want to get too much in the way of the docklands, but I can could build it kind of right up against the fence here. Well, maybe not. Let's do it like right here. 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 Is that a good spot? Yeah. I guess. As good as any. Okay. Another one. Another one. Oops. This guy's in the way. I can go get more wood, though. Whee! A little bit of lag as I jumped over the fence. What do I need? Wooden thatch. Okay. So the other thing they're adding is a mosasaurus. A mosasaurus to the water. It's the biggest creature that'll be in the water, bigger than I think than the plesiosaur. Bigger than the megalodon. Whoa, whoa, that was some harsh lag right there. It'll be the biggest creature, they say, in the water. And I am pretty passionate about the mosasaurus, I gotta admit. Because where I live in real life, like not in the game, but where I live in real life, we have like the biggest mosasaur population in the world where I live. We even have a museum dedicated to the research of mosasaurs, not too far from where I live. So I mean, it's such a local thing for me that I would love to see and play around with a mosasaur. And considering this guy swims pretty quick, I'd be tempted to try it out. The only problem is I haven't leveled up my oxygen very much, and I don't really have the armor required to survive very long under the water here. So I'm going to have to level that up at least once. Cause look, my oxygen's already at half, and we barely went anywhere. So improvements need to be made there with my oxygen level. All right, what was I doing? Oh yeah, bounce. I need more foundations than just the 4, though. Because I don't want them to be too crowded in there. I guess they could be, but I want it to look right. So I'm gonna make 2 more foundations. And then I'll need 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 walls? 14 walls? 14, I think. And I've got 4. 4 on me. It's gonna be a long process, and I won't do that on camera. I'll spare you guys, like I usually do. So I'll start building up walls here, and they only have to be wooden. It's nothing fancy here. And a little breeding pen. In fact, to make it more realistic, I should have almost made it out of thatch. The walls. Oh well, it doesn't really matter if it looks as good as the house we live in. The dinosaurs deserve at least that much, right? Excuse me. I have such a bad cold right now. I think you can hear it in my voice. I can hear it in my voice, so you must as well, but can't do anything about it. Play on. All right. Take this guy. Take him, take him, take him. Just keep building up. I need 2 more of these foundations. So, Mosasaurus and the dinosaur breeding. But, of course, everybody's excited about dinosaur breeding. The benefit of it is having really OP dinosaurs that are statted really, really, really high. So, I could have a level... Let's just use normal conventional levels here. I could have a level 10 raptor, and you could have a level 10 raptor. Mine, though, was bred, and yours was just tamed. Mine could have way higher speed and melee than yours would. You know, like, there's a chance that a lower level dinosaur will have higher stats than a same level wild dino for once, which is really good. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about in the ARK world is something that came up recently because of some of us who stream ARK and who play it in different ways. Not so much from recordings, which I found surprising, because I don't see these comments, but this is related to comments that people were receiving, and I wanted to address it. And it has to do with the Dinosaurs levels. So what happened is someone was streaming and they had people, more than once apparently, come in and start mocking the low-level dinosaurs. Like, wow, look at all your low-level dinosaurs. I got a level 150 T-Rex and stuff. But that's a difference in difficulty level. So I wanted to talk about it because I guess some people aren't aware of it. And there's pros and cons to difficulty level, and I'll talk about it. So let's go and build while I talk at least. What happens is... Aw, look at this! Why? Because of the rocks here? Can I break these rocks? Are you serious? Well, I guess I can extend it this way too. Right? No! Why? Why? That makes no sense. Come on, let me bury it in the sand a little bit. Come on. Come on! This side. Okay. Thank God. I was about to freak out. But it sucks that I can't place it there just because of the terrain a little bit. Like, come on. Even so, now I have to place this here. Which is now a little bit further than I wanted it to be. And I have to destroy these walls, which at least gives me the opportunity to do, like I said, make them out of thatch instead. So I might as well demolish these as well. Do that. So let me talk about the difficulty level. The difficulty level on the official servers, this is like the ones that are hosted by the game devs, they are set to 4. Okay, ours is set to, I think, just 1, or 2 or 3 or something less than 4. I'll say. I don't know what it's set to by default, and we have not turned it up. So a difficulty level of 4 makes it so that the dinosaurs that spawn are all a higher level. Now obviously that makes it more difficult to tame right away, but at the same time, once you do tame, once you get started, and you do start taming dinosaurs, it kind of all balances the game out. Like, yes, a level 100 raptor would be very scary in the beginning, but as soon as I've tamed myself a level 100 raptor, why would I be afraid of that raptor anymore? You know, like, that's what I mean. Wow, I'm able to build so many thatch walls. Like, thatch walls are just so much cheaper than the wooden ones. I can't even believe it. Like, it's almost too much cheaper. I needed to build like 14 walls, and I've barely cut down any trees, and I'm already able to basically make that amount. This is nuts. So, like I said, you see a lot more dinosaurs roaming around on a higher difficulty that are a higher level. They're very high level, and that makes them hard to tame and more dangerous. They can kill you, like, instantly. But the thing is, like I said, once you've tamed one, once you've gotten to the point where you can tame one, it basically balances the game back out, because now you have a tamed dinosaur that can collect resources way faster. That's the thing. They drop way more resources and collect way more resources, I believe, than their lower level counterparts like we have in our level. So all of a sudden, you get things way faster. It removes a lot of the grindiness of the game. So on a lower difficulty level like us, we have to grind more for resources and food and things like that, which may or may not be a big deal to some people, but that's the pro and con of it, basically. You know, like, do you want to have a grindy experience, or do you want to have a non-grindy experience? Then when it comes to taming, it's basically equivalent. So like a level 96 T-Rex on a higher difficulty server would take the same amount of time, I think, as like a level 25 or so T-Rex on our server. So that is basically the same. That hasn't really changed too much. Apparently it's still harder to tame them or something. I don't know. Long and the short of it is that once you finally tame dinosaurs, regardless of your difficulty level, the game will not be difficult anymore. Actually, what I want here is a thatch doorway. Where is that? Thatch foundation. Thatch door frame. I need fiber. Come on, Beelzebub. So, a lot of people going out of their way to mock people who are playing on a lower difficulty, but at the same time, like, we on this lower difficulty have to grind twice as long to get the resources that the higher level dinosaurs just drop instantly. Like, so there's pros and cons to it. This is in no way more or less difficult. So changing the difficulty is kind of, the name of that is kind of backwards. Oops, I made a second one. I didn't mean to. Now I have 2 thatch door frames for no reason. Yeah, so the name of it doesn't really make much sense, because that's not really what the difference is, you know? It's... Can I make a thatch door? Such a thing exists? There it is. It's just a difference in play style, you know? Do you want a bunch of high-level dinosaurs roaming around that drop a lot of stuff? Or do you want a bunch of low-level dinosaurs wandering around that don't drop anything? At the end of the day, it's how we choose to play. It takes us a little bit longer to get resources, as opposed to taking a lot longer to get tamed dinosaurs, you know? It's how we choose to play on this server. And I think that eventually, like, if we find that we're getting a bunch of high-level dinosaurs all of a sudden, like we have statted our dinosaurs up to level 100 or what have you. Apparently someone on here already has a level 70 something dinosaur. Eventually what we might do is boost the difficulty up so that there are higher level dinosaurs around, but no plans on that right now. So anyway, this guy's not following me, right? Yeah, good. Anyway, gamma 3. Let's put that back up so we can see. We've got ourselves a little pen here for our breeding. So that's where it's all going to happen. I'm thinking what I should do also, and I probably have the resources for it, is build a ramp off the side of it so that they can get in. So let's do that. Where's a ramp? Did I pass one? Ramp. Oh, it needs a lot more wood and stuff. Wooden thatch. I might have some wooden thatch inside of this chest here, so let me just look. I haven't looked in here all game. Yeah, I do. Should be enough, right? Yeah. Just throw the remainder in there. And that one ramp should be enough. There we go. So that's the last thing I wanted to talk about, was just the difficulty level. Some people mocking us for being on a lower difficulty, but like I said, it's just a difference in playstyle. It doesn't actually change the difficulty. It just makes it more or less... I like that. There we go. There, now the dinosaurs can get in, drop in, and then be stuck in here. We will have access to them. I'm actually going to move them in there right now. Go. Okay, here's one. And I will set him to wandering. There. And then Juliet as well. We can level up, but I'm not going to level it up. I'll let Win do that. And there we go. This enclosure may be a little bit too small. I might have to extend it. We'll see. There we go. So now that they're both wandering and so on, once the update hits, they should lay an egg. And that egg will be able to hatch. And you will be able to then have a statted dinosaur to your custom stats. So that's kind of cool. And with that, I'll end the episode. Thank you guys for watching. Like this video, comment below, do all those other awesome things that people do. We'll see you next time on ARK. Bye-bye.